All right, we're going to give it just a second while all of our features connect. Coffee with the Maries is live this morning across YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and Riverside right here. Welcome for this week's current events.
Welcome,
So,
welcome.
these, I just want to make it clear because I know y'all are used to seeing me all pretty and done up. I'm not doing that for coffee with the Maries, y'all. It's 7 a.m.
Yeah,
We're
it's
going to drink
early.
coffee. we're, so, if you see us all here, half alive, it's because we're here for y'all. We want to make sure we keep y'all updated with the most current events. And we got a full roster for y'all today. So, we're going to jump right into it.
Right. I got my tea
Our
today.
Oh, see, tea. See, oh, that's a good idea. When we have really juicy stuff to tell people, we gonna
Hmm
tell people it's tea with the Maries
It's
instead of coffee.
tea. I got my tea today. You know why I got tea? Cause I'm doing my little morning fasting, so I got my herbal tea.
Okay, okay. I have mushroom coffee with lots of creamer.
I need to try that. I keep forgetting. I need to write that down. You need put. I need to put
So
that
I
on my
just,
calendar. Order mushroom coffee.
I just started trying a new kind, only because I really like. Everybody doesn't like the taste of everyday dose, and I do.
hmm
I really like the taste of it. So the fact that nobody else does is makes me go, maybe there's even better tasting coffees.
Right.
So I ordered my last mushroom coffee off of Amazon, and I'm
Mm.
gonna try that one. It's a different brand, all the same ingredients, except this one has also has lion's mane in it
Mm.
to help with energy and focus. So we're gonna see because
Oh, I need to try that too. You need to send me that link on Amazon.
I will. I will. I'm so excited to try. I haven't opened it yet because I only well, I say I only open one coffee at a time. Y'all, we have four different coffees to choose from by my coffee machine at all times. So you know, your regular pod, you got your mushroom coffee. We got some coffee when we went out of the country, so we got some of that coffee.
Oh,
Um,
so those coffees come in little pods.
the mushroom coffee.
Mhm.
No, the mushroom coffee, more or less, like you heat up really hot water like you do with your tea, and then
Mm.
you put like a spoon of it into it and mix it in, and
Oh,
then you
okay,
add
okay.
whatever you'd add to your coffee.
Like hot chocolate.
Yes, yes. I wish it tastes as good as hot chocolate.
Oh no. Put some honey in it.
So, oh, and that's another thing we got when we were out of the country. We got some Republic of Dominican honey.
Ooh, raw honey.
Yes. So,
I need to come
and
to the
it's two different
mountains
kinds.
to get some more honey. I love the raw honey that y'all have up there in the
Oh
mountains.
yeah, listen, y'all. If y'all ever need to order some honey, do it from Blue Ridge Honey Company. They are like the best. I mean, when you
Yeah.
go out there to the store, the bees like are there. Like you go out to the store there, and everything's just there. Like it's literally on site. They
Oh my
even sell
god.
bees by the individual. It's kind of strange. Like, oh, I've kind of always wanted a pet bee. Let me just grab a few.
Oh
Um,
no. No, I
but
don't
no,
I don't
because
want
there's
the
so
bee.
many.
I just want the honey.
It's because there's so many bee farmers out here, and because there's so many farms out here and stuff. They sell bees all the time because a lot of these farms have their own little bee stands or bee boxes. I don't know exactly what bee things are called. I don't have bees.
No,
My
me
dog would
neither.
eat them.
I would kill them all. So there's no need for me. I'm allergic, so I'm gonna
Mm.
be plucking them out there.
Listen, your whole family is, man. It's so
Yeah.
weird to me. Like all of y'all are just allergic to bees. Um, I'm not allergic. I just don't like to be stung because it hurts.
Yeah.
Um,
It does really hurts. Um. Yeah. I guess you can tell that's why we're related. It's like, what's your family feature? We're allergic to bees. We all got bee allergies. That's how I know we're related. You're my
that's
kinfolk.
right. That's how I know you're really my brother. You
Yes.
see, you can't be adopted.
Yeah. We all had the um Bee allergy, like my father. That's how we know we got the same father, because we all got bee allergies.
Listen, it was your father getting stung. Like when I met your brother and I was there, it was like the third weekend, and your father came home. He had gone to work and then to the emergency room and come home, and he was all swollen up. And he was like, "I'm all right. I'm just allergic to bees." And I immediately just looked at your brother and was like, "Are you allergic to bees?" He was like, "Yeah, yeah, we think so." And I was like, "What do you mean you think so?" He was like, "I don't like the doctor." So I should have listened to him then and known that he would never go to a doctor at that point.
Right.
But no, no, not me. Why would I listen? No, no, no.
No, he hates the doctor.
He more than hates the
If
doctor. I don't.
if he willingly goes to the doctor, then he
Then
is
he's sick.
definitely sick. Something is seriously wrong. You
The
should get
only
scared.
time he has willingly gone to the doctor with me is he had and I feel horrible about this. This is I told him this would be a funny story someday. Who would have known it would have been on one of our podcasts? But I he thought he had a sinus infection for like weeks. And then, if you have a really bad sinus infection, and he kept saying he can get rid of it himself. But if you have a really bad sinus infection, it starts to bother your jaw, which
Mm.
makes you think that one of your teeth may hurt.
Mhm. Or you have an ear
So
infection or something.
I took him to the dentist. He would go to the dentist, and they pulled out the tooth that was hurting. Come to find out the whole time, after 3 days of him dealing with that pain, we go to the hospital. Come to find out the whole time, he had a really, really bad sinus infection that he could not get rid of on his own. And he never needed that tooth pulled. I just randomly made him get a tooth pulled out of his head.
So the dentist didn't tell him that the tooth was good? Like they just randomly pull
No,
teeth?
so they did say they didn't know why it was hurting so bad, and it did have a cavity, so maybe the cavity had like opened up to the nerve or something. And they asked us, because they were like, we can crown this, but it's going to be like 900 and something dollars, or we can pull it for two. And so your brother was like, pull it. Like it was
Mm.
way in the back of his mouth, like the tooth right
Yeah.
before his wisdom tooth. He was like, pull that bad boy. Well, they pulled it and it did absolutely nothing for how he was feeling. And then when we went
Oh.
to the doctor and find out it was a sinus infection, I was like, I feel horrible because I kept telling him, okay, my defense, this was right after we had COVID. The first time we had COVID. I was down bad for COVID. He was down bad for COVID. I kept telling him maybe it's lingering effects from COVID.
Mm.
It wasn't, y'all. He had a sinus infection. He didn't need no teeth pulled. It's all my fault, and I feel guilty. But
Now he
if he
got
would go
one
to the
less
doctor
tooth.
more,
He's gonna be like, "You
he
made
ain't
me
gonna be able
lose
to
a
chew that
tooth."
steak all the way.
Well, remember that time you made me lose my back tooth?
That's gonna be what holds us together the rest of our lives because I
Yeah.
stole his tooth.
Y'all gonna be 80 arguing over toast, and he's gonna be like, "Well, you took my tooth."
Yeah, I'd be able to eat this if I had that tooth. Ah, oh, okay. I gotta
Okay.
remember today's date in case we argue about this in the future. I can tell him to go watch the podcast and tell him, everybody thinks it's funny. Chill out,
Yeah,
man.
it is funny.
Um,
Yes.
all right. So we're
Okay.
gonna dive right in, y'all.
Yes.
And I'm
Ready.
gonna tell y'all now, I am going to murder these words because I was reading these articles yesterday and I was like, well, I can't say any of these words. So get the drift, but I know I'm messing these words up. The first thing we're going to start with is NASA. I'm not sure if anybody's paying attention. I got some questions though. So, Osiris Rex mission
What?
was the Osiris Rex mission was a mission where we took this machine, this robot, okay, and we sent it 4 billion miles away because that's something we apparently have the capabilities to do.
Wow.
Because
Okay.
we wanted to land on the Bennu asteroid
Why?
because apparently we name asteroids. because we wanted pieces of it so that we could study it.
Okay, that's a good idea,
So,
I guess.
well, who knows what NASA's doing with the trillions of dollars we give them every year.
Yeah,
Um,
apparently pissing it away. Okay, but go ahead.
right, and all I can think is they're naming asteroids. Do you know how many asteroids there are?
Right. Oh my
I wonder
God.
if there's an asteroid named Amanda.
Could be.
Okay. Um, so we send it to the Bennu asteroid. All
Hmm.
right. But this last week, that when that machine, the machine's been back, they've been taking all the pieces out of it, trying to make discoveries, stuff like that. And everybody's really excited because they finally got the final pieces out of the machine that were stuck between these fasteners.
Hmm.
And what this asteroid has told us, this is what they're saying. This asteroid has taught us that there are signs of water in the asteroid.
Mm.
So this is why see, your face right now for me is perfect because I want to know as a whole why we're so excited about this if we supposedly landed on the moon.
Right. Why? Why? Because we run out of stuff to be excited about.
Well, it makes no sense to me. Like supposedly we've landed on the moon, supposedly we've been to Mars, supposedly we know there's water on Mars. Why are we so excited about an asteroid that shows condensation? It's been
Right.
floating around in space. I would imagine it should have some condensation.
Something. I'm mad they got concentration water from 4 billion miles away.
Right. Well, and I want to taste the water. I want to see if if it tastes like,
If it's
like
spring,
Dasani or Smart Water.
it probably do taste like the Dasani coming from 4 billion miles away.
That's probably where Dasani gets their water, is they drain it from the asteroids.
Probably do. It do taste like it came from some kind of rock.
Listen, and anybody who is not a water drinker, you're gonna say, "All water tastes the same." No,
No, it
it
don't.
doesn't.
It don't.
Dasani is the nastiest water
It
you
tastes
can
like
drink out
trash.
here.
It's like they Dasani went and just got their water out the toilet. It's just
Right, like they
disgusting.
just run it off the top of a dumpster into your bottle. It's
Mm,
so
it's like,
nasty.
yes, I would not. If somebody hand me Dasani, I'd be like, I'm good. Like,
Now I'll just be dry mouth for the rest of
yeah,
my day.
I keep my cotton mouth until I get home. Like, you keep that Dasani.
I am. We just had a really big storm come through. And so last week I had to go find water. And of course, we only have like 5 stores in the mountains, y'all. So Walmart didn't have any.
Oh
Ingles
man,
didn't have any. Most of our gas stations didn't have any. But all of them had Dasani.
girl, I had seen it. It's so hilarious. I had seen a post on Facebook one day, and I about died laughing. That what is the post said? The post was like when we have one of those storms. You know how when we have bad storms come through, everybody go up to the store and buy up everything because I don't know if they
Hmm.
hoarder a lot of food when we got storms for some reason. So I seen a post saying like, okay, we got the storm coming, so for those who want to go up and buy up everything, y'all go buy the Dasani, leave the spring water for us water drinkers, like for our real people. Like, yeah. So you're
Right.
just going to the store just to buy up water because of storm. Like, go
Girl,
get the
I spent
Dasani.
$8 a pack of water and bought Aquafina because I didn't want to buy no Dasani. And y'all, I'm used to my little great value,
Mhm.
spring
My
water,
little
and it's
Food
okay.
Lion, Nature's Promise spring water is my go-to.
See? So I'm used to paying $3 a
Mhm.
case. So
4.99
seeing
at the
that eight
most.
dollars, that $8 beat me up, but I was not gonna buy that Dasani for 6. I don't care. I don't care. I'll spend the extra money. It's
I'll
disgusting.
spend $2 for a bottle of Fiji before I buy Dasani.
Um, all right, so sorry, I'm gonna move right on, y'all.
Yeah,
Because
right.
the
Cause
next
we
one's serious.
okay,
And the next
okay.
one is a
Gotta put
win for women,
gotta
in
put
my
my
opinion.
serious face on.
I didn't bring mine with me this morning, so I hope I can still function. I don't know where my serious space is. So, a win for women in this last week. For those of you paying attention, you already know this. Brittany Watts. Now, who Brittany Watts is she is a lady from up north who
Mhm.
miscarried at home, and due to the change in laws up there was afraid to say anything, as most women are. So she
Yeah, it
miscarried, and
is crazy.
she ended up flushing the miscarriage down the toilet. Now, any female who has gone through this, which most of us have, knows that a miscarriage is really hard on you emotionally,
It is.
and it does physically hurt. But unless you were really far along, or unless there is something else that you feel happening, there's not a need to go to a doctor if you have a miscarriage unless you need the DNC. But if you're in your first trimester, typically you wouldn't have to have a DNC because your body would take care of what just happened
Mhm.
naturally. Um, so she had this miscarriage at home, and she flushed it down the toilet. Well, Miss Brittany Watts was charged
I seen it. That's
with
crazy.
abuse of a corpse after miscarrying and disposing of a non viable fetus. And what it was is the police in that jurisdiction kind of twisted that to make it what they wanted it to be and
Right.
charged Miss Watts with it. Well, this week she went before the grand jury, y'all,
And they threw
and
that
they
crap out.
declined.
Yeah.
Yep, they declined to indict her. They was like, "Nope, we are not doing this to this. She has been through enough." And that's the only thing I could say. That jury was not just all women. So there are men out there that agree that some of these laws are absolutely ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Like,
But it's
why is
nice
she
to see that
being
when it goes
charged
to the grand
anyway?
jury,
But you
right?
gotta understand, like, that you should look. They should really look at the fact that them laws must be some kind of effed up if they
Hmm.
got women out here doing this. Like, if you're so
Well, and that's
scared,
not the law up there. The law up there is not about miscarriages. Like that law right there would be like if she had the baby
hmm
and then it died in her care and then she buried it. It's not meant for miscarriages. The police in her area, in her town, decided to use that law because of how it's written, because it says a non viable fetus.
hmm
They were like, oh, that means the baby that's not born yet or it couldn't make it. You cannot charge somebody because they had a miscarriage. That makes no sense.
right.
We can't help that stuff. I I just thought it was a big win, and that's why I was like, this is important to tell everybody. But I'm gonna tell y'all
Yeah,
what.
because that shouldn't have been on case law anyway. Because if that would have been put at any woman who have a miscarriage at risk of being charged because they had a miscarriage.
But that's what they're saying the direction of the law is going. And I just want to make it clear for all y'all. I've said it on all my little TikToks. I got your negative tests. If any of y'all need a negative test, I got it for you
Yo, that's
because
gonna be
ain't
the
no
new
way.
hustle. That's gonna be the new hustle, selling negative tests because ain't no way you gonna lock
I
me up
would never
because of
tell a
something I
soul I was
had.
pregnant.
No, I'm not. You know how they
I wouldn't tell the doc. That's going to create really bad pregnancies because people going to be too afraid to go to their doctor till after the first trimester because that's when you miscarry the
mm-hmm.
most is during the first trimester. And if it's
Yep.
documented,
They gonna
they're
bring
going to be too
back that
afraid.
old wives' tale, the old superstition where you don't open your mouth about your pregnancy till after what, the 12th week or after so many weeks, second try. I can't remember how it goes, but
Yeah, it's the
remember
second
your
trimester.
grandmother used to tell you don't tell nobody about it until that's how it's gonna go back to because people are gonna be too scared to even say I'm pregnant because
Well, and I'd be too scared even after that. Like you can go full term and it's no longer called a miscarriage at that point. It's called a stillborn or a stillbirth.
hmm
But you can go to the final months and your child can still not be viable when they're born.
and you're
you
still gonna
know.
be risk getting charged. That's crazy.
Um, so that's I just thought it was a really big win for women. It was nice to see that the grand jury's finally. Oh, y'all see her cup? It says "I love New York."
Yes, my son
Um,
gave it to me when he went to New York and he brought me back a cup.
she
I
paid for a plane ticket,
Yeah,
a
I'm about to say I
hotel.
spent almost a grand to send him to New York on vacation for Christmas, and I came back with a cup. This is what I got for a grand,
That's
but I
yeah,
love it.
that's her
I love it.
$1,000 cup.
I know. I love it.
Big ballin'. Um, so all right, so we're gonna keep moving on.
Yes, I'm really good about this story. I mean, I feel really good about this story, and I'm glad that they see us all that it wasn't a crime because this would have set us back. We already got to fight just for
Could you
regular
imagine the
stuff.
riots if they had charged her?
Yeah, it's
Because I'd
crazy.
be out there. And
Hmm.
I'm not a huge activist type person,
Yeah,
and it's
me
not even that I'm
neither.
like a big feminist or anything like that, but I believe in my rights as a human. And I
Hmm.
also believe that nobody should tell me what to do with my body.
Right. We should start a
Um
movement because this is crazy.
um but I mean there's other people that are still before the grand jury. So let's see as this progresses in 2024
Hmm.
if this is the same case across the board.
Right.
So
People should just
we
start
will
stop
probably
abusing their authorities. That's just somebody
right.
who abusing their authority.
And that's exactly what they said in the grand jury. That company, that department is abusing their power.
Hmm. That's all that is.
Um,
And I'm
so
glad.
our next story is have you seen what's going on with this Cat Williams thing?
No, I seen his little picture
Girl.
all on Facebook, but I ain't took the time to
Okay.
read to figure out what was going
So
on.
Cat Williams did an interview, okay, with the Shay something. I don't know. He did an interview with this guy on this podcast. And it's a very
Hmm.
popular podcast.
Okay.
In that interview, he talked trash about pretty much every single comedian he's ever worked with. And
Okay.
I don't mean just talking trash. He like threw people under the bus. He was talking all kind of mess about Steve Harvey and Cedric the
Really? Oh,
Entertainer.
he said that's good. There's gonna be
And
get back from how they treated him. Okay, but go ahead.
um so I was gonna ask you because we haven't heard a lot about Cat Williams since he supposedly went crazy and beat up that kid.
Mm.
Um
Okay.
So, with that whole Cat Williams thing, do you think that he's really like telling the truth? Like he's up there and he's like, "Listen, I just want to expose these people and their stuff," or do you think this is like a way for him to make himself relevant again?
Mm. That's a good point. I haven't seen the video. I need to watch the video. I really do to see his demeanor as well, but it could go both ways. But they did Cat Williams wrong a couple years ago with the whole I don't want to say they did him wrong, but they talked about him in the news pretty really 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 bad. This could be
I
bad
mean,
him
but
just
Cat Williams was out there beating up kids.
yeah, he's out there acting crazy and they're just calling him out. So this could be him calling
Um
it to be like a little revenge interview where he calling out everybody on their shit.
See, and that's what so I've gone really back and forth. And for those of you that don't know, if you look up Cat Williams, he grew up pretty much on the streets. Like he had a family, but he
Mhm.
was a hustler. He just that's who he was. But he is highly, highly, highly intelligent.
Mhm.
He's been in advanced classes most of his life. He's someone that went to college young, a lot young. He was in
Yeah,
college
you
in his
can tell in his
teen years.
stand-ups that he's intelligent.
Yeah, he's highly intelligent. And so I think that this was all like a ploy, like a mastermind marketing idea
Mhm.
because right now, all of a sudden for the first time in years, Cat Williams is relevant and in everybody's conversation.
Mm.
So
Well, if
why
that's
not
just the
call
trick,
everybody out?
yep.
Because
Cause
I bet you sometime this year he launches a stand-up comedy thing.
oh yeah, he probably did. It probably was a publicity stunt, a very
We gonna find
successful
out, y'all.
one.
See, Coffee with the Maries is already on it, y'all. We're gonna find out. We're
Or
gonna figure
or
it
if
out.
it's not and he's gonna just run with it. Or it could be revenge and he's getting and it's blew up bigger than what he thought and he's just gonna run with
If
it.
he doesn't release something this year, then maybe it is just revenge. Maybe he's just salty. And I'm not saying salty like they didn't do him wrong. Everybody did Cat Williams wrong for a long
It
time.
did. Because he was just
Um,
speaking his truth.
right, right. But a lot of people have done me wrong. I'm not on this podcast talking about my old bosses
No.
or
See, to
my old
see,
fellow
yeah, we can't. You
employees.
can't do that. When people do you wrong, everybody's done wrong before, and you the answer is not to go out here and
In
spill the
fact,
beans on
Sheena,
everybody.
when you didn't give me chocolate milk a couple weeks ago, I felt like you was doing me wrong. And that's what I'm
Right.
saying. Like everybody, you're entitled to your opinions, but it
Hmm.
doesn't make it fact. Just because I say Sheena is a horrible person because she won't share her tea with me,
Or you won't share your mushroom
for
coffee.
all
So,
for all I know, that's the last of her tea, and she might need it for something. It might help her sleep or whatever.
right. So if you
Um,
was mean and didn't share your coffee, I'm about to go spill the beans on everything I know about you.
right, right. And that's how I feel. It's like Cat Williams is all of a sudden like, yo, if I ever knew anything about you, boom, I'm releasing it to the world.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. Like, if you salty, just find another way between snitching, not snitching, or just spilling the beans on everybody. Like, that don't even make you look good for you to go out here and just tell everybody business. That look to me that looks salty on you. Like,
It
I
looks
think if he,
okay. So everybody says that thing about women talk too much and women gossip more and da da da. Man,
Mhm.
that's what they doing right now. It's men. Men, y'all men
Oh
do it.
yeah, men do it worse than women. They just don't own up to it.
Which is crazy to me because listen, women don't have time to care about all that stuff.
Really don't.
Because after work, we got to clean, we got to cook, we got to find, we got to
Right.
organize, we got to
Like,
prepare, we got to prep.
and me, if you want to come and gospel with me, listen, I'll be a listening ear, but I guarantee you, by the time I hang up the phone, I done forgot what you done said. Like, you ain't got to worry about me
Up.
spreading nothing, because I ain't going to remember.
Yeah, because I don't have time.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
got too
care.
much going on, and I don't have time to dwell and go spread your business, because I'm over here trying to get my coin. So I ain't worried about spreading your business. I'll be a listening ear, give you advice or whatever you want, and we can talk, have a talk powwow. But I ain't got that's going where it's going to end, guarantee it.
Every time somebody, and I just want to tell you this because this is like ADHD brain. Every time someone says coin instead of like they're going to get their bag, they're going to get that money, they
Mhm.
say coin, my brain goes to Super Mario Brothers where you had to jump up and catch your coins. And I don't know why, but every time someone says it, so just now when you were like, I'm gonna get my coin, I imagined a little Sheena jumping up over a little pipe to get her little coin.
Right, that's how you gotta
But
work
then,
it. Like that's how hard it is to get it. That's what. Listen.
but
Oh, I
all
should
right, one
say,
last quick thing. Sorry, go
what's
ahead.
that? No, I'm gonna say I'll switch it up and be like, I just gotta get my bag up. That's how the other way they say it.
Well, that doesn't. I don't know why the coin things makes me think about Super Mario, but it always has. Um, So we actually have two really quick things, and I'm gonna try to fit them in. We only got like 2 minutes left, y'all. But I want to fit these in because they're really cool.
Really
Um,
cool.
they have discovered a new species of dinosaur.
Really? Are we
I'm
going
not
back to
sure how
this?
they do. I'm not sure how they do this later in life, and it messes with my
I
brain a little
really
bit. And
don't.
I get that they have found some bones and stuff like that. But listen, this is why they say it's a new dinosaur. It's a new species that is like the cousin to the T Rex, okay? And they know that it's like the cousin to the T Rex. They're calling it a Tyrannosaurus macaroneus. I told you I was going to mess these words up.
Who is
Um,
creating these names? That's I need to sit down and talk to them.
right? I want to be like, listen, my nephew who is under 5 is obsessed with dinosaurs. Now he's gonna have to learn how to say this word. Um, but they're saying that they know it's not a T-Rex because it has a slender jawbone, like smaller than the T-Rex, but it's just like a T-Rex besides that. I'm kind of thinking, what if it was a T-Rex that got beat up a couple of times? Like maybe it had a smaller jawbone, or
Well,
maybe it
maybe
had
it
a
had
little
a
bit of
birth defect.
malnourishment. Right. I think it was just another T-Rex, but they're saying it's a new species, y'all. And they're
But
saying that they
couldn't
found
it,
the jaw in 1986, but they found the footprints last week.
but if they only got one, even a new species shouldn't have had found like many of them to claim it a new species.
Well, they're saying because the jawbone was found in a different location and this footprint was found somewhere else, that that's proof that multiple existed. How do they know? Man,
They're
dinosaurs was
making up
big.
shit.
It probably walked from Georgia to Pennsylvania in 3 steps, man. Dinosaurs are not little. I mean, I don't really know. I've never met a dinosaur. I just want to put that out there in case my
I'm
nephew ever
like,
sees this episode. I've never met a
who's
dinosaur.
yeah, like who's the dude that was alive during dinosaurs that came back and said that this is all the information what we gonna pass down about dinosaurs? They making crap up. I'm
Well,
just
and
gonna
I
say
don't
that.
I think we're doing too much dinosaur research. We're gonna end up with another Jurassic Park. And I just said
Listen,
another
we
like the
ran,
first Jurassic Park was real or something.
yeah, we ran out on the Jurassic Park. I hope they don't. I hope they just lay that shit rest. Um,
That's so funny because that is how I feel about like all the scary movies. Like after Scary Movie 1, there should have never been another one.
no, they running out.
Um
Like or the Saw, they ran out with that. I
oh
stopped
yeah, man,
watching.
Saw yeah, Saw I watched like the first two and then I was over it.
Right.
Um, and the last thing, and the only reason I think that we need to talk about this is because I don't know if this is a real problem or if
Okay.
now I have anxiety for no reason. There's a neighborhood in Houston
Mhm.
that is currently overrun with aggressive peacocks. And I need to know if this is something that happens on a normal basis in places because if that's something I need to look for in my house buying process, then I need to know that.
Maybe it's only in Houston. Like,
I
why are they
don't
migrating to Houston?
Well, and this is my thing, like, I know peacocks are really large birds,
Mhm.
but how aggressive are they? Like, are they coming up and, like, fighting you face to face? Because, they're pretty tall.
They
Or are they
probably
aggressive, like, they run after you?
territorial. Are they
This
territorial?
Yeah, so I know that they say that they're territorial, especially if they have, like, eggs.
Yeah, they could be protecting something. And the fact that they're migrating all in Houston, there's a lot of them, so there's a lot of territorial stuff going on.
So I think PETA's about to hate me and probably, like, talk a bunch of trash about me, but, like, why are we not just killing these birds?
Yeah, like why did they or at least capture them and move them out of the one location or
See, and you're so much nicer than me because I'm thinking,
yeah.
like, come on, man,
You
just
know what?
like,
No, I'm actually not because that was like my first thought. I just actually didn't say it. So you're like, I guess I am nicer
I'm
because
just
I
more
didn't
open.
say it. You actually said it. I was like, why? When you said they were overrun, I was like, why don't we just get a slingshot and start plucking some of them off? But I
Right.
really didn't say it. But okay, that was my first thought. And then my second thought was like, there's something going on with Houston why they're migrating all to that one location.
Right. Well, the neighborhood probably, it's word of mouth. Like, he probably called up his other peacock friends through their peacock
Hmm.
phone system and was like,
They
hey,
got
man,
good
up here
chicken
in this
over here.
Houston neighborhood,
That was really
they
messed up.
laying it.
Oh,
But
peacock.
I don't get why we will go to war with other countries because we don't know how to mind our business, but we're going to let the peacocks take over this neighborhood in Houston and do
Have
absolutely nothing
everybody
about it.
scared of come outside because of the peacocks. Not
See,
because
this is
there's
why
like a
there's
war going on, because they're peacocks.
These people couldn't live down here. Man, we out here in these mountains, we got bears, man,
Man,
and
somebody send
bobcats.
Houston a order of slingshots and
Man, screw that. Somebody from that neighborhood call these people in the mountains and invite them up for a weekend. I promise you, you
dude,
ain't gonna
this
have no peacocks left because they gonna have peacock soup and peacock whatever. Because man,
mhm.
we out here,
Make
there
sure
is no
make sure
way.
your gun stores have your shells, your shotgun shells in full supply and invite people over. They will take care of that peacock problem.
The nicest these people are out here to animals is they get bear proof trash cans so that they don't have to let the bears get in their trash so they don't feel obligated to shoot them. But that's as nice as it gets. If you get an animal on your property out here, you shoot it.
Mhm.
Are guns illegal in Houston?
That's why I say slingshot. Just in case they are, this a slingshot will take their ass out. Put a big
Could you
enough.
imagine sitting on your porch and slingshotting marbles at peacocks and one of them bad boys hit them and it doesn't hurt them and they come after you? Especially if they're already aggressive peacocks. Could you imagine
You just
being a
piss them
grown
off.
woman out there fist fighting a peacock in your front yard?
Oh God, that's when you have to have a concealed weapons permit to like for self defense against a peacock. That's gonna be a new law: self defense against the peacock. My peacock was my aggressor.
All the PTSD that comes from
I'm a victim of of a peacock attack.
10 years from now, man, have you and a loved one or a loved one been a victim of the peacock aggression takeover of 2023
Right,
2024? If so,
like
you may be entitled to compensation.
right. There's gonna be Facebook groups with peacock support groups. We're gonna have awareness, peacock
And
awareness month. Okay, well that's enough.
the only reason that we are making fun of this is because it makes no sense, y'all. No sense at all. That's like saying, nah, man, I can't go outside because the pigeons took over my yard.
Right,
What?
where is animal control? Why is y'all not in there doing something?
Right.
What is y'all not doing your job?
And
Like, what are
I
we
know
paying
that
y'all
they have
for?
animal control because Houston's animal control used to have a TV show.
Right, like y'all ain't got animal control. Like you get too many cats around your house. Here come animal control. Why is they not doing nothing about peacocks?
It's just blowing my mind because if I walk out front right now and I go to my car and a peacock tries to come fight me, y'all, I'm pulling a trigger.
Right. Everybody
I'm
got
not
a
gonna be
little
afraid of no bird.
rifle, like 22. Where's all of those hunters? They teach their 9-year-old how to shoot the
Oh,
22.
they out here, they all live out here in Georgia.
And they go hunting every Saturday. They need to go take a trip to Houston.
that's why that's why I said Houston needs to go ahead and just invite Georgia up there for the weekend. Just
Hmm.
have us, a good little bonfire in that
Hmm.
neighborhood. We can burn up the peacocks for all we care. We gonna
Now
catch them
peacock,
for
now
you.
peacock shoot. You know,
Peacock. Listen,
you know how they do
that
the
could be
turkey
the name
shoot.
of it.
Yeah, they how to do
Yeah.
the turkey shoots. Have a peacock shoot.
So I don't actually know how a turkey shoot works. Have you ever been to one?
No, I'm not that
Oh, okay,
country.
me either. That's well, I guess I'm not that country either, but I've heard of them. I've heard people say, "Oh yeah, this weekend I'm going to the turkey shoot," and I just be like, "Oh okay." My brain just says is they go out there and they shoot a turkey.
I think
Um,
they just like release turkeys from the cage and they just shoot the turkeys before they run away. Like I don't
See, and
know.
we've already
Like duck
set up
hunt.
this
You're
neighborhood in Houston. We didn't even have to release the peacocks. We already put them there for you. Go catch
right.
them.
I think turkey shoot is just like playing duck hunt back in the 90s. Like
I I used to hate duck hunting because I'd be like, I know that
oh
I aimed
god.
correctly.
I used to love
I
duck hunt. I used
my
to get so
gun
mad
must be
though
frozen.
when the duck get away. I used to be so mad. Like, you know what? You ain't getting away next time. I used to go ham on it. Click 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 click
See,
click. Go ham on it the next
to
time.
me, it
You's not
sounds
getting
like they could
away.
just fly you out for this. So, okay, if anyone from that Peacock neighborhood is listening to our current event show, reach out to us, over at Coffee with the Maries, and
Mhm.
just fly us up for the weekend. We can handle some of this Peacock situation for
Right.
you. I'll fist fight them.
Yep.
I did that. Yeah, I don't really fight. I don't know if you could tell by the fists that I just threw.
No,
But
I'm
I
gonna
will
get a
shoot them
two
for
by
you.
four and just or a
Knock
baseball
them
bat.
out.
Yes. With that
See, this would be
Louisville
a great
slugger.
photo shoot. Right. I was like, this could be a great photo shoot, man. That's all I could think. Me and you fighting the
Her.
peacocks.
We're going in here and regulate because then nobody else have to know how to regulate. I'm going there and show animal control what to do.
We're gonna have to. Somebody's gonna have to. I don't understand why these people are just dealing with it. It makes no sense to me. I
I
don't care
don't
how big this neighborhood is, but there's no way a bunch of peacocks are gonna take it over.
like the love of
But I guess we're
peacocks.
wrong. I mean, we can't really control what these people do, but this is
Right.
ridiculous.
It is really ridiculous.
But y'all, that is all the time that we have today for current
Right.
events.
You
I
ended
just
on a
wanted to
good
make sure
note.
we got it all in there. Um But we will, of course, we'll see y'all tonight with Yin Yang the podcast live at 8 p.m. We're going to talk about how to start a small business. So it's many steps. Come with your pen and pad prepared so we can help you get through it. And then we will
Mhm.
see y'all next Saturday morning at 7 a.m. with Coffee with the Maries with next week's current events.
All
So
right.
y'all have a great day and we'll see you later.
Bye.